Homelessness, it isn't a joke, and you're only one paycheck away from it, but I'm going to add to that, you're only one bully away from losing your accommodation. Homeless, or legal homeless, as they call it. So, street homeless, homeless, legal homeless. Oh, how do we decipher which is what? Are you priority need? Are you in need of support ASAP? Can you manage what your finances? Are you able to go and look for your own accommodation? Are you able to go private? Or are you entitled to that long-term secure accommodation? Perhaps you've had domestic abuse. Perhaps you've had antisocial behaviour. Perhaps you've had a death in the family. Perhaps you've had an argument and someone tells you that you need to leave. There are all kinds of different circumstances why you would perhaps be homeless. What I cannot stand is the ignorance around homelessness and people saying, oh, there's people coming over here on boats and they're getting a house before us. Listen, in extreme circumstances, everybody deserves a roof over their head. What we have in today's society is many people have an accommodation already, and the accommodation is unsuitable for that person's needs. It was very suitable at the beginning, but it became unsuitable for some reason. Maybe, perhaps, you developed a disability. For example, you lost your limbs. The house that you had once is no longer suitable because the house that you had has stairs. And you can't manage the stairs, and you can't get to the bathroom, and all of these needs that require looking at in your health and well-being, including your welfare. How does your current circumstances, affect your physical and mental health? Do you become disabled because of the trauma? Look at that word there, I said disabled. Many people have had trauma in their life that now they're considered disabled because they don't manage their everyday living quite as well as an ordinary person, somebody who doesn't contemplate bad thoughts in their mind to end their life, etc., and somebody that can do it all. So there is a need for support and a need for help around homelessness, but what there isn't a need for is discrimination. If you see someone homeless, or you see an advert on Facebook, because there was one, and it was Tom Hunt from Ipswich, Suffolk, he's an MP, and he was highlighting that local authorities have a duty of care to their residents. However, if somebody, say, i.e. came from Colchester, wanted to live in Ipswich, they would ask if there was a local connection. Why do you need to be in Ipswich? Why can't you remain in Colchester? But if the person says, well, because I just actually want to live in Ipswich, it's this because there's a job, because there's a school, because my friends are there, you'd have to prove why you want to go there. What is the urgency? Now, local connection is a thing that stuffs us up quite a few times. And the problem about local connection is that when you are on emergency housing and you are in temporary accommodation, that temporary accommodation may be out of your location. And you could be put 50, 60, or even 100 miles away from your local connection. And that was your emergency accommodation. From your emergency accommodation, you're now assessed for properties within the local authority that housed you. So perhaps they want you to remain in, say, Ipswich as opposed to Colchester. And you're saying, well, no, well, I'm from Colchester and I want to get back to Colchester. I know that you have put me in a temporary B&B, perhaps in Lowestoft, etc. But I want to go back to Colchester where my heritage are, where my support is, where my doctors is, where my dentist is, where my church is, where my friends are, where my family is. That's my local connection. Now you've got to prove that. In order to prove that, I think what is beneficial is to make sure that your friends and your family and those that's going to support you in that local connection, even if it was once your hometown, write a supporting letter as to why you should be placed back into your hometown. You can utilise the MP and regurgitate everything that I've just said. If you have mental health or you have any kind of disabilities, you are called and considered, particularly if you're on PIP, Personal Independent Payment, you are considered disabled. Do you qualify as a disabled person who is protected under the Equality Act 2010? Now, when you visit a local authority and you ask that local authority for assistance, and that local authority forgets that you are disabled, doesn't see your disability, perhaps because you're presenting face-to-face appointment, they don't see disability. See, mental health is a word. Can you see it? Not always. Not always. It's the coping strategies. What are they like? What are they like? Are they unhealthy? Are you a risk? So we're looking at the risk. We're looking at the disadvantages. And that's the word, disadvantages, for someone who has a need to be supported. Are there disadvantages such as communication problems? Can they read? Can they write? Can they access services? And you'll find a lot of people don't know how to access services because they're not